button. And waiting on a confirmation here.
Asking for a friend, should I take a hand with no lands in a 3-color deck?
It'd certainly be funny. And all right, we are live on Twitch. Let's do it. Let's start with this. That's kind of an atrocious hand, isn't it? I'm gonna mulligan.
Oh, no kidding. DudeEsquire's live on Twitch? Thanks for telling me, Paul.
How about that? It works.
Oh boy, all my colors. Okay, taking this hand.
All right. I have all colors. Ooh, that's a nice card to see in the opening hand. We will keep. Let's see. What is everyone running for their commanders? We have Ishkana, Marchesa,
Oh, I can't lower
Chromium,
the
and Scarab
quality, so I'll
God.
just scroll down so I can't see it.
Yeah, I don't know if there's some setting I can change to do like concurrent streams of like multiple quality levels, but
You'd have to ask Mario. But usually what I'll do is I'll join the stream so that I can look at chat and then just lower the quality level to minimum so I can't see the cards.
that's fair. Yeah, this is going to be a little apparent if you do dial in for the stream thing. But at the same time, I'm not ultra worried about it. This is my first game back in quite some time, so if it turns into something where I'm getting spied on, like, whatever. It's probably not the best feeling to have on the subject, but it's okay.
Yeah.
No possible play yield all.
I will not be
That's not
watching the
auto-engage.
stream. I just got the notification you were live.
That's all good.
I just do it because it helps with the stream analytics and stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I average somewhere between 1 and 2 viewers, so the extra attention on the stream is appreciated. Wait, it's Jim's turn, but it's asking me if I want to do things. Okay, I was trying to make sure I'm paying attention to this thing.
Oh yeah, could you have mana up?
Yeah, yep, totally want to do some stuff. Thanks for that. What do you mean unstable? My stream is super stable. Don't you lie to me.
It might just be because you're running at like 1080.
It always runs at 1080.
See if I can do this without looking at the hand. Quality.
Settings.
I can only do auto or source? How odd.
So I'm actually really proud of the land spread I got in this deck.
Yeah, I started out and was like, I don't have all my colors, but we're going to make it work. And then I drew a basic land to give me my third color and was like, hey, there it is.
That's always nice.
Oh, man. Go ahead and pass that. A basic land to give me my third color. I was like, hey.
This is the first 3-color deck I have with a proper mana base.
Gotcha. This is going to be a really exciting first couple turns because I've got like nothing to cast. So I'm just going to kind of whip it back over to you, Jim.
That's fun. I'm gonna play a swamp. And I guess I will use some mana. Let's go a black to play my Voltaic Key, and I'll tap another black to untap my Voltaic Key.
That's what's up.
Jim, you're a monster. Okay, Voltaic Key is not the one with extra abilities.
Yup.
Nope.
You're safe for now.
You're learning.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Pat.
Yeah.
I should actually check what the commanders are for myself just to make sure I'm not missing something.
Yeah, so it's Scarab God, Chromium the Mutable, Marchesa the Black Rose, and Ishkana Grafwidow.
All of which I'm actually familiar with for a change. That's exciting.
So, Mario.
Yeah.
Or not Mario. Evan.
Mario.
I hope I
Evan.
give off that level of personality. Mario's fun.
The last time I played this deck, I ran the... so there's two... there's Voltaic Key, and then there's... I forget the other one, but it's very similar. But it has a 3-mana ability where you can
Manifold
make
Key.
target creature unblockable for the turn.
That's pretty
I
cool.
think it's Manifold Key.
Yeah,
I think it's
Key's the one.
Manifold Key.
And nobody ever remembers that it has the second ability.
Why would you?
It's really only useful in Voltron decks.
I gotta say, this is like an aggro type deck, and it's not feeling super aggro right now.
Same.
Like, it's
Let's
like,
play
yeah, we're gonna
this
win with combat
land.
damage, and I'm like, it's turn 3, here's a land, pass.
Mine is a spit out spider tokens deck.
Sounds about right. Oh, good, my stream now has good quality instead of being a jerk. I'm
good.
just gonna do that thing where I have nothing to cast.
That's so weird that I can't set the quality lower on the stream.
So how do
I
you like
ran
that
into the
land?
same
Evan?
problem.
Which land are we talking about?
Like
Dromar's
Dromar's Cavern.
Oh, yeah, dude, the layers
A
are cool.
non-lair land. What? I love that. Also,
Yeah,
so
there's
my
there's
brother.
5 layers for the original 5. I believe they're called the Dragons
Yeah.
There's Dromar. Let's see. Dromar Rith. Daragaz.
Rith sounds
Uh,
familiar.
I just like that it's
Yeah.
a 3-color land that comes in untapped.
There's 5 of them, and then they created a second set for the other 3-color.
Oh, my brother's in the chat. And he says I should use Avada Kedavra so I can win for sure. Thinking that's good advice. Player removal does tend to win the game.
I have counterspells in this deck. Avada Kedavra might not work.
Well, it's not a counterspell that'll work against that unless it's your mother's love.
That's true. No luck there.
All the references.
Yeah, my mother doesn't love us at all.
That's fair. So then you're screwed. Sorry, Jim.
Oof.
So I'm pretty sure the problem was that Voldemort promised Snape that he wasn't going to kill Lily, and then he did, and so that's why the spell.
That is an
Didn't kill
official
Harry.
dick move. So
Well,
It is a dick move.
The words in magic bonds are weird in Harry Potter, and it can just ruin you if you break your word.
and there was this whole giant thing that surrounded especially in the last book and the last movie or two about how wands have loyalty and stuff. So there were it stopped just being like, oh yeah, say the thing and it's a spell, then you win. It turned into
There's
this
also
whole
all that questionable stuff that J.K. Rowling's come out after the fact, like the fact that she hates trans people.
yeah, isn't she cool like that?
So
So
I don't
no
know.
turfs on Gruul turf.
Well said. There we go. Turn 4. I have nothing to do. That's what's up.
I can theoretically get my commander out turn 4, but not with this hand.
Marchesa's cool. I can't tell if her text is readable in the stream, though, but she's got Dethrone, so when she attacks the player with the highest life total, I put a +1/+1 counter on it. She also gives Dethrone that ability to every other attacking creature that I control, and whenever a creature I control with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, I return it to the battlefield under my control at the beginning of the end step. Aiden, my brother, points out that he's pretty sure that would only matter if they had made an unbreakable bond. If you've been following along with the Fantastic Beasts thing, it's implied that that's what's going on and why Dumbledore can't intervene with what Grindelwald's been doing.
Well, it wasn't an unbreakable bond. It was a blood pact.
That's it, yeah, because there was an unbreakable bond in the earlier thing. I forget. It's been a little bit since I've watched these movies. I need to watch them again.
Yeah,
Well, I
the
know
unbreakable
the
bond.
Malfoy
Snape
thing.
had one.
With Snape.
Yeah.
Happened, but
Yeah, it was the
Hmm.
Draco's mother. The Snape had one.
That's
I
right,
don't know.
yeah.
I've never seen this last 2 movies.
I
I've
have
seen
them if you want. I'll
them
get
far
them
too
over to
many
you. Do like a OneDrive share. I can put them online and send you a download link.
On one hand, I'm not that.
Not that concerned about
interested in. I mean, I know everything that happens in the movie. I just don't know the specifics.
it. Ooh, Aiden actually is coming in clutch with the Harry Potter facts. Snape made one with Lady Malfoy. Unbreakable bond. There it is. Yes.
I knew it was a Snape Malfoy.
I knew it was Snape, and I was like, wait, who the hell was it? No, it's... God, there's like... So, I read the books, like... 15 years ago. I don't know. I was reading them when they were like coming out and stuff. Like I remember like getting the books when they came out and reading them.
I remember people being so excited about book 7.
Yeah, and then J.K. Rowling turned out to be kind of like, and it stopped being cool. Let me see what do we got here. So Tom, is this just your subtle attempt to keep other people's life lower than mine, so I don't get my cool dethrone shit?
Yeah, kind of.
All right, that's fair.
Some of the stuff that J.K. Rowling came out with, like after the books and all that, was okay and like made sense, but some of it's like, what?
Like I will say, I appreciate the expanded universe stuff. So like the idea that it'll be like, oh, there's kind of an unanswered question. She'll like tweet out like, oh, here's how that works. Like I like that, but she started getting weird with it.
My problem with the way she does it is, what she should have done if she wanted to do that sort of thing is just have like the World of Harry Potter compendium with all the background lore that she didn't put in books.
I can't cast that.
And that's what a lot of the authors will do.
I mean, she did it to some degree. It's Fantastic Beasts, which is a very short book for those not in the know.
That's a prequel, not...
Yeah, it's like a prequel, and it's a short book, and somehow they're turning it into what?
Which is actually a book in lore.
Yeah.
Because that's also a thing.
Mm-hmm. No, what are they? They're making that into 5 movies total. Although I gotta say,
5? I thought it was just 3.
It's 3 is the midpoint, my guy. I can look it up, but it's one of those things where it was supposed to be stretched out over an extended period of time. But then now with the Johnny Depp thing, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of don't feel like continuing to watch it.
Well, prequels too close are a big issue because you want to go far enough back that you don't have to interact with the original story.
They shouldn't have had to replace him. The person they're replacing him with, I think, is actually a reasonable replacement.
I do like the actor. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah. Obviously.
I watched the first Fantastic Beasts. I was satisfied with it. I feel in no way compelled to watch the others.
They're fun. They're entertaining enough.
Pirating J.K. Rowling stuff does give me a certain sense of satisfaction.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, there's a definite level of novelty that comes out of it, and it's just kind of like a haha, no money for you sort of thing.
But I would never pirate movies.
Yeah, me neither, because that would be wrong.
Streaming on the internet.
That would be wrong, and I don't do wrong things.
But if I was going to pirate a movie, J.K. Rowling might be on the top of the list, because satisfaction.
I'm trying to figure out if I have like a card that's going to let me like pay some life to do something.
That would be a cool card.
Lands would be awesome right now.
Yeah. I mean,
if you've got Tempt with Discovery, I'll take it.
I do not, unfortunately.
Always take Tempt.
Oh, if you know this, Pep, you have more lands out than me and Jim.
I know, but the average CMC of my deck is probably way higher.
I don't know.
Spiders are dummy expensive. Man,
Zombies aren't.
Yeah.
I'm running a Voltron deck and I need to cast my commander. And I haven't hit any rocks.
Okay.
Found a way to get a +1/+1 counter on a creature. Let's go. Yeah, that's the big flaw with this deck, is it's very aggressive. But if I end up somehow at the highest life total, it kind of immediately just kind of like goes kaput, because then I can't put counters on things and Marchesa's ability just sort of turns off.
If you wheel, you'll not have the highest life total.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm gonna level with you here, Evan. I was not just attacking them because you had the highest life total. was attacking them because I could and because you had a blocker.
Oh, that's fair. I was looking at it, I was like, that's actually, like, it's helping me because it's progressing my win condition by having other people lose life, but it's also stopping the main strategy of my deck, which is actually kind of subtly brilliant. Because, like, if I can't get counters on things, I need to be extra reserved about how swingy I get and how blocky I get because my stuff doesn't reanimate.
So Fate Unraveler is probably one of the weirdest cards that I've found that I just love to pieces.
It is cool.
So here's the thing. Because Fate Unraveler deals damage to the player directly, if you put Infect on that and wheel, everyone dies.
So is there a share button on this thing, or am I just kind of stupid?
So you could just Demir Windfall. With Fate Unraveler.
It's Pickle Rick! We'll just stand pat for now.
Okay. That'll do.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Fate Unraveler as a baseline is also just like a brake pedal if someone's got a better board state than you do.
Hey, so what do we like least on the board?
That's a good question. I like my stuff.
I'm a big fan
your
of my
stuff
stuff.
isn't the problem right now.
Most of the stuff in Tom's area.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I knew I should have attacked you when I had the chance.
Listen, it's nothing personal. But you got 5 zombies out.
It is personnel, if you understand my meaning.
Alright, well, I guess I'll make a choice.
Well, if it's one of my zombie creatures, target opponent will lose 1 life, and it will be you.
That's fine.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
He needs that ramp, man.
He said, I'm okay with that, actually.
Mean ramp cards are fun.
Hey, took damage. That's what's up.
What we have to do is get Evan's life lower than Tom's.
That works.
That is true.
That works for 1 turn, then I attack, and then Tom will just be like, I'll take it so it doesn't keep happening. And then
we just have to repeat the process of getting you lower than Tom.
as long as I'm in second place, this deck is happy. Just kind of a weird prospect, but that's fine. You know what would be really cool? More mana. I've got like a little bit of each color. I would like more of each color.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling the same way.
That checks out.
What do we got here? That's kind of fun.
I'm mad because I see a basic land and I'm like, ooh, I should play that. Oh, I had a tap land and I can't do anything else this turn anyway. I should have played my tap land.
Let me see here.
Oh.
It's neat, right?
Take that diagraph, though.
That's actually what's making me the most uncomfortable, because Death Touch and +1/+1, and yeah. On the flip side, it just kind of comes back once Hostage Taker leaves, so this is kind of a stopgap solution, but that's okay.
So, well, can't you...
I'm tapped out, and there's a very reasonable chance that Hostage Taker's going bye-bye in a minute.
Gotcha.
What? No. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm thinking that that's one of those, like, okay, that needs to go away sort of moments. On the flip side, I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and play it, like, rather cautiously for a little bit. To paraphrase that, I don't really need to get too swingy, and since I have the less damage I do to you guys, the more likely it is that eventually I'll end up with a lower life total. which I'm kind of fine with. Yeah, I'm sure that's not a problem.
It's not. Don't worry about it.
Kind of feels like I should have saved Hostage Taker for that, actually.
Yeah, maybe. Don't worry about it.
That's okay.
I have nothing to spend the rest of my mana on.
I'm sorry, did you just pay a mana and tap the artifact to untap the same artifact?
Chief.
That's
Yes,
cute.
that, when he could have just tapped it out and left it. Yeah.
It's big brain plays.
Well, it gives me a prompt to yell at me for leaving my turn with mana. I
That's
don't
fair.
want mana burn.
I want to make mana burn the deck.
Yeah, that's why you need a Voltaic key. No mana burn for you. Until his sundial go burr.
Let me go pull that up. What the heck? He's Jund, isn't he? Yes, because I pulled one. Definitely want to make this.
Okay, Evan. We're up to 5 people in our stream.
Neat. Woo! I texted Donnie a link to him. Was like, hey, you should pop in. We haven't heard from you in a while.
Infect's also really good on
Jim, you're degenerate.
what's his name? The Conrad?
Yeah. Any one of those, like, passive, like, when a thing happens, it deals damage kind of effects is sort of a problem when you give it Infect, because it's just, like, free Infect hits.
I mean, Halar Infect, if you can pull it off, is
Nasty. Because it's not just
uncomfortable.
combat damage, it's just damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, it would have to be, because Tom's got a poison counter, and I know you didn't swing with it.
I disconnected from the voice chat and didn't even realize it.
Welcome back.
I was saying that could be a problem. Don't worry about it.
That's also what I said. Glad we're on the same page.
That feels unnecessary, but
It's not personal.
What, is the election, like...
oh,
let's-
it definitely is.
Is this just
Someone
time
doesn't
to
like
make it a
his
three-man
face
game? Like, what's going on?
I mean, he's still alive.
Yeah.
Man, I love not being able to cast anything.
Maybe you should draw some cards so you can maybe cast some stuff.
I gotta ask, do you just, like, seriously not have the mana to cast stuff, or, like...
It's a
I do
thick
now.
deck.
It's a
Yeah, dude, the average cost for spiders is like 4 to 7
You
CMC.
wouldn't think that. The couple that I
They're
know
not
are,
even
like,
that
the
good.
basic 2-drop ones. Like,
Yeah.
interesting.
There's not many 2-drop ones.
Okay.
There's like 2 or 3.
The expensive spiders aren't even that good. That's the funniest part. Like, you play spiders for the novelty more than anything most of the time.
So,
Did you guys hear Marios bought tournament legal Gaia's Cradle this week?
Was it? I thought he bought the collector's edition.
Yeah, he spent $500 and got a tournament legal Gaia's Cradle this week.
can I ask a question really quick? Is there a reason for that, or is he just insane?
He's just been glossing over them for the past like 2 years.
I mean, does he
Yeah,
go?
I
Is he
think-
getting ready to, like, start going to tournaments and shit, or is he just, like, got a lot of money burning a hole in his pocket and he's bored?
It's going in a commander deck, so I doubt it.
He just really wants a guy's cradle.
I mean, that is very him. So I guess I can't totally fault him for it, but still.
Yeah. No, I think he has kind of a twofold thought on it, right? It's reserve list, so the value is unlikely to go down. Should he ever decide he doesn't want to play Magic again, and it's a game piece that he feels is necessary to play. And he has a lot of money sitting around and doing nothing. He does have a girlfriend now, though, for those unaware.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's dating Gabby's best friend Shannon. Hey, that's my card.
Yeah, but
Hey,
you'll get it back. I'm gonna start using it to smack Jim around because he's infecting us.
Will he get it though?
I mean, because I don't get dethroned. Yes. Oh well, actually, I should swing at
No, I
least
meant
something.
I don't think he gets it back now that you cast it, right?
Oh, well, if it dies, it goes to his graveyard, and then whatever.
Well, yeah.
and I can get it back.
Well, if you swing at Tom, you can get dethroned.
Yeah, but then he's just gonna block and kill some stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I'm gonna hold off on that for now. I'm just gonna send these at Jim and see if he blocks and kills the infect hag Fate Unraveler thing. Or if he's just like, sure, 7 damage sounds delicious. Oh. That's a shame.
Just between my board and Evan's board, this game's not going to last long.
Well, the good news is I've got time for a couple of me today.
Depending on how fast this goes, I might be good for another.
Okay.
I mean, I have nothing in hand, so I don't have a great way to accelerate the game. But, what is this? Okay. Whose turn is it? Jim's or Evan's?
Jim's.
Yeah, Jim's not one for heavy interaction, so I think I'm going to be keeping this board at upkeep. In which case, it's going to hurt.
Jim, tell me you have a way to make that unblockable, because that would be really funny.
Not currently, no.
Makes it unblockable, hits Tom with it. Oops.
I mean, it's only got 8 power right now, but yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
when
but
I
then it's
Then you
draw.
draw on your turn.
That would be hilarious.
Jim's like, mana burn's not a thing, but what if I put infect on you drawing cards?
Yeah.
Welcome to my laboratory, Satan.
Oh, that reminds. I wanted to make a really dumb group hug deck.
That's
Hug
cool.
you so hard it hurts.
I want to build a Nekusar deck.
Man, that is exactly the one I was looking at.
I really like Nekusar, and I really want to build something in Grixis. I just haven't gotten to it.
Mhm. No, this is my first foray into 3 colors at all. Actually, I guess Yennet technically was, but like I just don't do a whole lot with it.
Who just cast that?
Jim.
What's he doing now?
I'm not really sure.
You just tapping shit.
Just tapping down more Tom's creatures.
I like it.
He was excited about coming in with a big board.
Make it
Jim, I
slightly
don't-
less big.
6, 7. I don't know if you know this, but I'm about to do 12 damage without attacking.
Yeah. That means Evan can definitely dethrone you.
I can, but my army
I'm
of
also
4
going
is
to
going
get
to
2
get...
plus counters.
Mm.
It is what that does.
There's a lot of blue and black on this board.
Yeah.
I like Quest for Ancient Secrets because it's just like a really quiet way to stop mill.
That's fair. This is all during your upkeep.
Yeah.
Hang on, Pat, are you at 3 life?
Yeah.
Nice. You're doing great.
Welcome to the danger zone.
Honestly, like, blue-black zombies is such a freaking neat deck. I love it.
Mere Zombies is generous.
Eventually, I want to work on one in paper, but other shit.
I might buy this deck in paper.
Scarab God's really pretty card though.
Yeah, I have a Scarab God deck that I was working on, and I have a Scorpion God that I have 60% of the way.
Mhm.
Oh, this bout of hurt.
And if I had a way to make Fate Unraveler, oh my god.
This bout of hurt.
Well, you guys are about to take a lot of impact.
No, just me.
Sure.
What do I want to drop?
Not like I'm gonna make it real far, so.
This actually takes a little bit of thought. I'm thinking I'm just going to throw out this because I don't actually have the mana to cast it at the moment.
Hey, so do we have a way to make him draw more cards?
That'd be funny.
I hope so. I don't, but
If I die, it'll be at my own hand, damn it.
Mario has actually killed himself to the Fate Unraveler Infect thing.
It sounds like him.
Well, because he forgot it had Infect. He's like, I've got 30 life, I'm fine. What?
I could end Pat. Could
Can you
I?
though?
Yeah, if I swing everything at you.
And if I have black,
I have 4 blockers.
They all have menace.
I have 4 blockers.
He has 3
I have
attackers.
3 creatures.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
he just needs to let it 2 through.
Well, actually, no, that would effectively kill me because I'd lose on the draw.
You would take
Oh,
infect,
no.
not damage. Yeah.
Aha!
Jim's infect would actually save you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It'll kill Tom and save you.
I love it.
I think I'm just gonna hit Jim. Menace, dickhead.
Mm.
I thought Menace was the one that you could block it if it was black.
2 or more. You're thinking of fear
Wrong.
or intimidate.
You're thinking of
There's like 3 different effects, and they're all kind of the same.
Yep.
there's fear and
I think
fear and intimidate are the ones that are similar to what you're thinking. Jim.
Yeah, fear is black and artifact creatures. Intimidate is artifact creatures and creatures that share a color with it, if I'm not mistaken. And then menace is
sounds
just
right.
2 or more blockers.
I get them confused with each other all the time because they're very similar.
Yeah.
And I think they just added Intimidate because they wanted fear on more than just black.
That's fair. Because fear just, it felt very, like, weighted towards the one mechanic, but menace lets them kind of put it in whatever color they need to, and so does intimidate.
Mm-hmm. Well, Intimidate is like, cool, fear's cool, but I want red.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm off by 1 mana for what I want to do.
That sucks.
That's relatable, considering I'm off by 1 mana to cast my commander.
You know what?
Laughs in the rooftop storm.
Oh heck. I still don't have enough mana for that. God damn it.
I should put Windfall in this deck.
That could be fun.
Well, with Fate Unraveler, it's kind of a death sentence as well.
That was a dad noise.
It's going to be interesting to see what you got here.
I too am curious. Ekresh Siddiqui. Interesting.
Interesting. And that's not a commander of yours, that's just in the 99?
Yep.
Nice. It makes sense.
It's cool.
Spiders got big booties. politics time. I'll let you get one in with a couple of spiders.
He
if you
wants.
don't remove my board. Actually, you'll die on my upkeep anyway. I can't make any deals with you because you want me dead.
If you swing at me, I'll block with Infect.
Hmm.
So maybe don't.
I don't
Hey,
mind letting you in for some damage to heal, but I don't think it'll help.
Yeah. You know what? Why not?
Six. Yep. All right. So here's how we're gonna do it. If I can get through, we're just gonna block. What's that? 5.
Probably should have played this a little different, but that's fine.
I like having Mario at the table with Fate Unraveler, because even if I don't put Infect on it, he's still going to draw the table enough cards that everyone will probably die.
Yeah, well, he's a huge fan of his wheel effect, so he'll just blow everything up because it's funny.
Yeah, no, I dealt 30 damage to each player in one game because of him. With just Fate Unraveler's effect. I lost the game, but massive impact on the game.
Yeah.
Alright, well, if somebody can kill Tom, I might be able to do something in this game.
I'll see what I can do.
So I'm gonna take what, another infect?
Mm-hmm. I mean, Evan hasn't sent it to attack Tom because Tom has the hive.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm really kind
And
of...
he only has 2 blockers right now.
I'm lacking for other things to do, so what I'm really thinking I'm gonna do is attack Tom with these 3, get counters on the ones that get them, and then he'll block as he needs to and possibly kill stuff like the commander, but now she has a counter on her, so at least I get something out of it.
Here's the thing. I'd love to kill your stuff, but if I choose to block, Jim kills me with this creature.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Jim thought I was going to play into one of the classic blunders. Betting against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Math is for blockers. Don't worry about it.
Hey, yo, you a dick.
Okay.
So that should get
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah, this is going to hurt.
I dig it.
It's going to at least be interesting to see it unfold.
The question is, does Jim's creature live? I don't think
No.
so.
No, without all the tokens, it would have, but... It's closer than it should be, but no, it's dead. Massacre Guild kills this.
Yo,
If you've got a token deck on the table, everything just dies.
Evan, you the real MVP right now.
It's pretty funny to watch it spin down like this. I'm actually just going to pass priority on everything because this is literally the last thing I'm doing, so it's just going to kind of fly down the stack and resolve a bunch of
Yep.
stuff.
I have yield to end return, so.
Yeah.
Now I can do anything, or I can sacrifice that at any time. That.
Unfortunately, that ruins what I was hoping to do next turn, but I can actually make it to next turn now.
Because my thought was if Tom blocked and killed my creatures, they had picked up +1/+1 counters and would come back anyway. Which then lets me fire Massacre Girl and get some funny stuff to happen. Ooh, Chromium.
And everyone's at low enough life that could kill people.
Yeah, that actually poses a threat now.
A 7/7 flyer with nothing on the board.
Mm-hmm. On the flip side, I now have the highest life total again, so dethrone's no longer a thing.
Yeah.
I would like to use the ability to put quest counter on, thank you. Yeah, after you got rid of my enchantments, it gives me bonuses for enchantments. I had no reason to keep that up.
That's fair. On the flip side, any zombie that Tom picks up is coming down for free, so he'll get a chance to rebuild a little bit.
That's cute.
Unless you don't draw any zombies. I mean, you got 4 cards in hand, so I gotta assume there's at least one kicking around in there.
You'd be wrong.
I'm sorry.
I'm not even mad. I don't even feel bad. Like, you was running away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like...
This is a chance for everyone.
Well, I was looking around and I was like, are there any creatures with 1 toughness that she'll kill to start this train rolling? Because there's a lot of 2 toughness things on the board, and I realized after Jim's infect thing hit the hostage taker, it was a 0-1.
Yeah.
It worked out. For now. We'll see what happens.
That's not okay.
I'm sure that's not a problem.
Well, if it's a zombie, he can play it for free.
Oh yeah, that's totally coming out now.
That's the idea.
And he has, what, 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5 lands? So you can pick a
Yeah.
CMC 5 or less zombie, and it just hits the board right now. Alright.
Yes, but the question is, what do I go get?
You misclick, because crusty UI.
Yeah.
Oh, that's common. Mario has a thing where if you cast a creature card for nothing, or if it enters without being cast, it just dies.
He's used that against me. So I was doing, like,
Yeah,
sliver
that-
deck flickery crap, and he, like, played that, and all my slivers that were re-entering because they flickered just died immediately, or, like,
Yeah.
exiled or something like
Well,
that.
he has a version online that is used against you as well, against your Sphinx deck.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh,
I remember because you got really mad about it.
so you never saw... He has a Norin the Wary deck now?
That's dumb.
That time stopped it.
So, yeah. I time-stopped his Norin deck.
Who
I love
runs
it.
time stop?
Don't worry about it. It's not important.
No, because you're a player that only runs things if they're to your own benefit. So there was definitely something that you were planning.
I've said it before. It's literally so that, like, if I have, like, I win on upkeep because of life, and somebody's trying to get rid of it, I can time stop their turn and we move along.
Alright, what do we got here? So let me grab my preview window. I've put it somewhere that I need it back. So Corpse Augur. When it dies, draw X cards and lose X life, where X is the number of creature cards in target player's graveyard. Interesting. Okay.
I die, I'm going out on my own terms.
Seems good.
I'm gonna die doing the thing that I loved.
Well,
Drawing cards.
He doesn't have the pinging you for drawing anymore, so...
I gotta say, Jim's
Corpse
commander.
Augur says I lose life.
Jim's commander has me the most uncomfortable out of everything that I'm seeing right now, because it's a 7/7 flash flying that can just pick up hexproof if we try and do something to it.
I don't have a hand, so currently it cannot.
That's true. Still makes me a little
This is
anxious.
all according to my plan. Just kidding, it's not.
But yeah, no, Chromium's really good. It's just expensive.
Here we go!
Oh, hey! You cast a spell! You gonna pay the tax? Thank you.
I'm gonna step away for a minute.
Indeed. What the heck?
You know, there's people that actually pay for heuristic study.
Yeah. It's called smart people.
It's called Mitch.
Card advantage is important, and preventing card advantage is a good idea.
Yeah, but if spending my mana keeps me alive, I'm gonna do that instead. My decks generally aren't tuned. Wow. My decks usually aren't tuned enough to waste mana on Heuristic Study.
I'm loving that energy, by the way, with the Dax duplicate.
Yeah, there's like Jim has a 7/7 flyer. I'll have an 8/8, please and thanks.
With Dethrone and Haste.
Yeah.
And Flash and can't be countered.
So the big question is, do what now? I'm thinking do wait a turn for now and hope for the best.
Well, I mean, you could swing at Tom, and then I could swing at Tom, and then Tom's dead.
I could, but on the flip side, I already feel a little bad about the Massacre Girl thing because he had a pretty freaking wild board state, and then not so much no more.
Yeah.
So we good.
I'm not a threat anymore.
I really want to attack, but with an 8/8 flyer over there in the corner.
Well, attack somebody else.
Well, you see, the thing is, I only have 6 life, so I need a blocker.
That's fair.
Jim, did you just tap out to pass?
Sorry about that. What a miss. We have a copy of Chromium out.
It's more
That has Dethrone and more.
preventative measures for me. I really don't want to get hit in the face with the 7/7 flyer, so I figured an 8/8 flyer does a good job of deterring that.
Where'd you get the diagraph back?
I gave it a +1/+1 counter before I put Massacre Girl down, and Dethrone doesn't really care who the owner is as long as I controlled it when it died.
Gotcha.
Or, well, not Dethrone, but, Marchesa's other thing.
So why didn't you end up getting Exava and Hostage Taker back?
They...
Or at least Exava.
That one I'm not sure. I might have misclicked on that one.
Hostage Taker already had minuses on it. So.
Yeah, Hostage Taker had a couple -1/-1 counters on it, so it actually was... It's the reason
Yeah,
Massacre Girl
that one
could
makes
kick
sense.
off. The other one, I think I might have just totally dropped the ball and not click the yes button when it was like, want it back.
Gotcha.
But that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Chromium is a neat commander, though. I like it. You just want the card draw?
You're damn right.
I just want Tom to lose life, so.
Oh, yeah.
So whose graveyard you picking?
That's a good question.
I think Evan has the most.
I only have 2.
I have 2.
Tom has
Wait.
8.
You have 3.
3. Oh, right, 3. I forgot. One of them I discarded and it was never on board, so I kind of a little bit forgot
No,
about it.
it's gonna be me, guys.
I
Let's
don't
be
have a
honest.
graveyard.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
You'll pick up
Take
8.
yourself down to 8 life.
You'll lose 8 life, but then you can
And then
cast
Pat
any
can
number
kill
of
him.
zombies from among them for free with Rooftop Storm during main 2.
Get no zombies. Get no zombies.
And,
That would
and
be
I gain 1 life, and you guys lose 1 life for each zombie.
Question is, how many did he hit?
At least 1.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Is that
I mean, I'm
strictly
probably not the one
necessary when you already have free zombies?
No.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't have rooftop whatever out.
So my brother's asking, yeah, this is a four-way game. So Aiden, this is a game format called Commander. So the way it works is you play with 100 card decks, but you're only allowed to have one copy of any card in the deck at a time. So we each have a commander, which is kind of like the face card of the deck. So like mine is this guy, Marchesa the Black Rose. I can cast
Oh,
her
you got, buddy?
any time that I could cast a creature, so I can like bring her out on my turn from the command zone, so I don't have to claw
Yes.
her to play her. But the whole deck has to be themed around her colors. So this is a four-person free-for-all in that sort of bigger, bulkier, more difficult to predict format because there's so many different cards. So my commander's that one. This is Pat's commander. He's got Ishkana, which is a pretty cool spidery boy. Tom, where is yours? Is it back in your hand, or did it stay in the...
It is indeed back in my hand, but it's the Scarab God.
Yeah,
Ishkana
which
creates
cares
other
about zombies.
spiders. It's a lady.
Yeah, and then Jim's is this dragon that turns into a human if he discards cards. Which you can actually now. You have a whole card in your hand, bud.
Yep, I kept it in my hand because
You wanted to
that's
be
a
able to.
useful effect.
That's fair. So it's neat. So like typically what you would do is you'd pick a commander and then you want to build the deck to kind of take advantage of something that commander brings to the table. So like mine says if I attack a player at the highest life total, I put a +1/+1 counter on the attacking creature. But then whenever a creature I control with a counter like that dies, I can put it back onto the battlefield from my graveyard. So this deck is all around trying to get things onto the battlefield, put counters on them. That way they're kind of like impervious to, like they don't permanently die. That's really the goal.
And
So-
using your life for value.
Yes, yeah, I'm comfortable paying my own life because it gets my life total down so I can ensure that enemies have the highest life total. It can be pretty intense. It can be nice if you're playing with a good group, but there are some very, very competitive players out there that almost suck the fun out of the game. So,
Now, in terms of you have to have
Well,
100
it
different
might
cards
sound
in your
the end
deck,
of my life, but we're gonna do it.
you should see Mario's Mormon's deck.
his what deck?
Persistent Petitioners.
Persistent.
Pat, you're gonna do what I think you're doing, right? Wait. What? That's not what I thought you were gonna do. I thought you were gonna hit Jim.
Why would he hit me? You can't kill me right now.
This is better for the flow of the game.
You declared no blockers?
I declared no blockers. Gonna make this way more chaotic. Because everybody was like, yo, Tom's kind of low over there. Might take him out of the game.
Well, so now this is going to get you really low. Pat is going to have no blockers. Okay, Tom's dead. Pat
Did
has
you
no
think that wasn't
blockers
gonna
for
kill
Evan's
me?
8/8.
Yeah, so I could just kill Pat now, but then that leaves Jim free to hit me, but I have the life to just eat it, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and then I would be out of blocker, so I would definitely die on your turn.
Oh, I knew I was dead.
But this is the final throws of this game.
Yeah.
Hey Pat, you finally got your mana.
And it doesn't matter. How fitting.
I mean, mana always matters.
Let's see what we've got here.
Nothing made me angrier than when Mario used an enchantment kill on Growing Rights when I was at 4.
Hey, Oh,
What's up, Pat? Well, these are absolutely going to Jim's face.
So we'll start
Pat,
doing
I think
that.
you're dead.
The only downside for me is none of my creatures so Jim can block whatever creature he wants and it's not going to reanimate.
No, we can't. Massacre Girl has menace. Jim's
Alright.
dead.
He has
So's
to...
Pat.
Oh, right. Cool. Alright.
let me declare blockers, damn it.
I'm trying. Let me.
Yeah, Jim's dead.
He can block Marchesa.
He can block the Rose.
Why can't I cast an instant? What?
It's now Marchesa blocked Rose.
What are you trying to cast? Oh, you have to.
I have an instant.
You have to declare blockers first, then you will be able to cast instants at the damage step. It's all about the timing on this one. So right now,
I would like to untap a blocker.
Oh, you have to do that on Evan's attack.
yeah, you would have had to do that
Wow,
one
okay.
phase earlier, which is part of the beauty of this game. Is it's very, very rigid with the rules.
That's horseshit.
Yeah.
No, those are the rules, actually. Yeah, I know it's confusing.
It's very
and
easy
I've
to
probably
miss
fallen
that.
prey to
Okay,
that
well,
myself.
I would have had the one there. I had Spidery Grasp. Oh, wait. No, now it's... Okay.
A blocker doesn't help. Yeah.
Will it let me?
I don't know.
I don't think so,
No,
because
I don't think
blockers
it-
have already been
okay.
declared.
For what it's worth, I was sitting on Tragic Slip in my hand. So I would have tried to turn around and yoink some stuff. Oh, thanks, guys.
So what it is for winning, you automatically get 1 vote.
That's cool.
That's something they added in the last update.
That's cool. Yeah, the last time I played it didn't do that, so that's kind of neat.
It's fairly new.
Hmm.
One more game?
Yeah, I've got time for one more. The big question is,
Yeah.
should I play the same deck or should I pivot off into something else?
That's totally up to you.
Just looking for input. I think that...
I may not. It's 11:39 and I got work in the morning, and I'm covering for somebody else right now, so
That's fair.
Okay.
trying to
I
not
think
be
I'm gonna show Evan one of the other decks I built under Mario's behest.
Sounds good. I'm going to switch and I'm going to use Yennet. As that deck
that was a
has
fun
the...
game though, by the way.
It was a lot of fun.
That was
It was, honestly, and I'm going to, just to be completely honest with you guys, that was a really fun first game back into it for now. So, thank you.
Yeah, I think everybody played really well. It was very balanced. I'm pretty happy with it.
It was really cool seeing some of the decks that you guys have built since I've been around, too. I think that was actually a totally new sampling of things that I haven't seen before. So,
Well, if you liked that, you're gonna like what we have next.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Chromium? That was definitely a poor showing for Chromium. I did not get any ramp that game, which was
That's
kind of
okay.
sad, but it still performed admirably.
Definitely. So, Pat,
Chromium was a deck I told Jim to build because I love the idea of using the original Elder Dragons
mhm.
for decks of Commander. I would like to play first. That sounds great.
Yeah, I've been thinking about building a Bolus deck. I've got paper cards to do it, and I've been thinking about trying to set something up online for it, too.
I know you have paper cards for it.
Thanks. Wow, that is a terrible first hand. I got 1 land. Are you kidding me?
Alright, I'll catch y'all later.
Sounds good, Pat. We'll see you around,
Good
and
plan.
the stream will be up if you're looking for something to kind of pop into once you're all settled in for the night. So,
Yep.
Cool. See you next time, man.
Hurry up.
This is a weird hand.
I think I can make this one kind of work. It sort of sucks because I don't have colors, but I think I can work around that.
I have colors in a very weird way.
Oh, that's right. You get a free mulligan in Commander. I was like, okay, which card do I want to put on the bottom of my
Commander
library?
multiplayer. If you're only playing 2-player, it does not give you the free mull.
That's fair.
Important things I learned with Mario.
Yeah. Him and Mario's put a lot of 1v1s and a lot of with randoms.
Gotcha. I play with randoms less, but that's neat. I like that.
1v1s are real quick and they're good when you're just waiting for the other guys to hop on.
I think part of what makes Commander so much fun is being able to play with your friends.
Yeah, that's a big thing. So there's like being able to get in voice chat and kind of do a little bit of politics and interact with each other. I think that's really big. Playing against randoms, like, it's fun if you're just trying to like test the performance of the deck or whatever, but like there's a degree, like, you're just kind of missing a lot of like the social aspect.
Yeah, for sure. I think the bet, personally, like 3 and if you're gonna play with random people, do like 3 friends or 2 friends in a rando.
Yeah.
So yourself and 2 others.
Well, I've played games where it was like Ryan and me, and then 2 randos, and like he and I'll be like, wow, that guy seems like a problem. Let's beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, me and Mario have done the same. It's a lot of fun.
Me, Jim, and Marios jumped into a game one time and just bullied this one guy. Like, not literally bullied him and like killed him quickly, but we just...
Wasn't it like a CEDH deck though? And we just
Yeah,
because we all jumped on him.
He was playing CEDH, and we were just sitting here like counterspelling his stuff and just kneecapping his deck. He got so frustrated, he just left.
I love
We
it.
were all playing casual stuff.
That's funny. Well, but then when you guys can all gang up on it, you can actually kind of wrangle a CEDH level deck, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Because ours is like high level casual.
Yeah, that's like casual, but like we know our shit. We're not like, oh, I bought a starter deck. It's like totally pro level, man. It's like I knew people who would get like those event decks, and then they would like act like that's totally a tournament to your deck, and it's like, do you know what you're talking about? Actually, let me take a peek at who we got commander-wise. Yeah, so Yennet is cool. 5-drop, 3/5 Flying Vigilance Menace, but when she attacks, I flip the top card of my library. If it's a card with a converted mana cost that's odd, then I can cast it for free. Tom, is that your... That's not your Lands Matter deck. That's something... Because that's in paper that you have that. Okay, so you can't cast non-creature spells. Ooh. But it
Yeah,
gets...
I'm playing Nikya of the old ways.
Okay.
Very fun.
And then Pat seems in the chat concerned about... Let's see what this does. Whenever an opponent draws their first card each turn, if it's not their turn, get a 1/1 red devil. Okay, sure. Whenever one or more devils you control attack, one or more players... Yikes. It seems like it's going to be a problem.
It is a problem.
When it turns on right, it gets very fast.
Yeah. This deck is one of those turns 1 to 5 are play land and chill, and then turns 6 through until someone kills me or I kill someone. Sudden, kind of abrupt swinginess.
You about to bolt me? What are you doing?
Playing my 3-drop commander.
Feels alright.
I gotta look it up. So Pat says he's never seen it not get shared animosity out. I forget what it does, but it sounds like a problem in a deck that's got a lot of creatures, especially in red.
Yep.
This is an all devils deck. Shared Animosity is a tribal enchantment that gives a creature +1/+0 equal to the number of creatures of that creature type that you control.
I think it's attacking creatures of that type.
Yeah, whenever a creature you control attacks, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each other attacking creature that shares a creature type with it. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay, so this is a devil tribal deck, and the brew process behind this was you make a deal with the devil. You get something out of it, but it's gonna bite you in the ass. So the goal of this deck is to make you draw on everyone else's turn.
Gotcha. Well, we're at that ultra fun stage of the game where I literally don't have anything to cast, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw it back over to Tom.
Every single person drawing every single turn.
I'm going to be honest, though. I don't inherently mind that. It's going to become a problem when suddenly Jim's got 31 ones that have an attitude problem, but we'll see what happens.
A lot of them are like fluting and stuff.
I know I said this wasn't a Lands Matter deck, and it isn't, but like this is a weird ramp package that I fell into.
There's nothing wrong with that, though.
However, Zurzoth's really good.
So it's a 5/5 that does nothing until you ascend.
Well, before you ascend...
Oh, it's like an enchantment at that point, basically. Interesting. Okay. I like that. I'm gonna get comfy here for a minute. This seems like it's gonna be an interesting one.
But it's green, so it's a creature.
That sounds about right, actually. Should I read into that and hear that Tom's a little concerned about the deck Jim's playing?
Yeah. Jim has won many games with this deck.
That's cool.
I've played 3 games with this deck. I have won 2 games with this deck.
No, that's a pretty sweat. 2 out of 3 is not bad.
Well, a lot of the decks I haven't played a lot of games with, just because I can play with a lot of different cards.
If only I had a couple more mana, I could actually start doing things.
Man, I just played a crusty fetch land and a temple, so I feel that.
Yeah, the big thing is my commander costs 5. So, like, it just...
Oh, no way, so does mine.
it just... Well, but Esper don't do ramp either. So it's...
No, not really.
I'm going to be just kind of sitting on my hands for a bit. But the really cool thing is, it ramps in the sense that once she hits the board, I can start casting things for free. So it'll work out, but the problem is the first 5 turns always kind of hurt a little bit.
You should look into Jack on Blackblade. It's a commander that cares about ramping and colors that don't ramp. Specifically Esper.
Yeah, it's an Esper creature. Oof, that's the not errated text. Let's give that a little bit of a read. Its power and toughness equal the number of lands you control. Alright, very interesting.
Evan, you need to pick blockers.
Yeah, I should probably pick out a blocker, huh?
So, I'm not saying build around him. I'm saying look at some of the ramp ideas in that and maybe add them to Yennet, and
yeah,
that might help you get more consistency early game, and
The only
definitely
thing that stinks
maybe some
with-
gas later on.
The only thing that stinks with Zurzoth is it kind of bites me too, because it's random what card gets discarded.
that's true. Alright, let's see if I can do something interesting here. That's gonna be a nope. can
I
play
got
another
lucky and
land.
discarded the card I wanted to discard. Always
Oh.
nice when that happens.
So I literally don't have anything I can cast in hand either. I put like a lot of rocks and a lot of like little cards in this deck that I've thought was like, alright, that'll give me some early game play, but of course I'm drawing like all of the late game crap right now.
The stuff
Yeah.
you don't want in your hand at all.
Yeah, it's the stuff that, if given the choice, it's going back on the top of my library so I can like cheese it out later. But, you know, because that's in my hand, that means all the cool early game stuff is somewhere in my library, and I'm going to flip that with Yennet later on, which is like the exact backwards way for this deck to work.
Yeah. But yeah, and everything in this, if it's not a devil, it's at least devil themed.
Mm-hmm.
Really tried to keep it on flavor.
Well, I appreciate that.
It was tough. I had to actually go and rebuild it. One of the few examples is Explorer Scope. Has nothing to do with it. I just had some extra slots and needed some ramp. Explorer Scope is cheap to re-equip, and on Devils you kill a lot of them, so...
I don't think I've seen someone use a Tibble Planeswalker before. This is cool.
That's because Tibble's not that good.
He seems to
Well,
fit
this
this deck's
is-
theme a bit.
This is the better Tibble, though.
That's true.
Oh. Ah!
It's fine,
What?
though. He accidentally skipped his combat step.
Magic Online.
Eh. A few too many clicks of the one key.
Yeah. Do be like that.
These things happen, it's fine.
Jim, I'm attacking you because Evan has nothing on board, and I figured you would just bully him until he gets something on board.
I appreciate the support.
My deck is your typical creatures go burr deck.
So it says you can't cast non-creature spells, so you're literally just ramping into, okay, let's cast a lot of creatures and just swing them.
Yep. Timmy as hell.
Yeah, so, here's the thing, though. It's fun. And that's what the game's all about, right? Ooh, can I cast stuff? Yeah, I'm gonna pay 2 life. I don't care. Let's.
Oh, I like that art.
It's pretty, right? It's like the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, reminds me of Dragon Age.
Look who cast a card. I did it, guys. I'm participating.
She talks using riddles. Her disciples alone can unravel.
She's like a sphinx with like leopard print skin. It's cool.
Yennet says, "What does the fox say?"
What's up, Goose? Here. It's my commander. Right? Did you want to say hi to the internet people? There's 5 people on it. I don't know who they are. I know who possibly one, maybe 2 of them is, but that's fine.
One of them is me.
One of them is you. Hi, Jim. Welcome to the stream.
Tell Leanne I said hi.
She's waving. That'll show up on the thing in a second.
Oh, there it is.
Going to bed? Hey, nice. Go rest your tummy. Do it. Oh, I gotta not cast anything, so I'm tapped out. That's what's up. Yeah, I could see how this is gonna start being a thing. God, I feel so unprepared. You guys are like casting things and ramping, and
Oh, yeah.
I've got a cat person bird happening.
You can really see how Jim's just grown up as a Magic player, right? Like, his decks are complex with layers and synergies.
Most of the decks that I'd seen him play before were like, someone else was like, here, have a deck. Or he was like, yeah, this is out of the free shit that I found in a box. So like, this
my
is the
decks
first...
were always decently complex. It's just...
The card pool you were working with was very limited. Not that, like, you have, what did you say, 9,000 something cards in Magic Online now? Like,
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really liking seeing how things can shape up when you have, like, a bigger card pool to work with.
Yeah, and my whole thing with Magic Online is, like, if someone's like, hey, you should build this kind of deck, and I'm like, okay, I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So who wants to start dying?
I'd rather not, but, like, at the same time, I haven't really contributed a whole lot to the game, so I guess go nuts.
Creatures go brrrr.
I'm gonna declare no blockers because I want her to live.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For reasons that you might not yet understand. Namely,
I declared no blockers.
Did I do that math perfectly?
Look at that!
Holy shit.
I declared no blockers because after Tybalt gets me the 2 devils, I don't care. Unless someone's actively playing life gain. And then I just keep them alive despite them.
That's fair. So now the question is, am I just going to watch Jim fling all of his crap at Tom now? Or am I about to just eat a couple devils? Because why not?
Alright, we are going to move to
Tough
combat.
to say.
We are going
I love the artwork on your
Tom.
commander.
Thank you.
Mine? Or, Jim's? Yeah.
I mean, yours too, but the devil artwork is, like, really cool.
It is.
Hopefully I get a land. Come on, give me a land. It's not a land. Son of a bitch.
I know, I could get, like, because I have all my, like, high-cost weird crap in my hand, I would really love to, like, get more lands, but that's just
And I
not
lost
happening.
the card I didn't want to lose.
I lost a Farhaven elf, so. Huh. This feels like the right idea. That checks out.
It's never the right idea to block a devil.
I'll have to keep that in mind. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
I mean, I have 3 mana. You have
7.
7
more.
before that.
Mm-hmm.
I had a different play if I drew mana, but then my play got discarded, and I didn't get any more mana.
I got something pretty cool out of that, though. I got a card draw.
So I've got, what, 5 mana to work with? Do I have, like, things I can do for 5 mana?
Perhaps.
Oh.
Yeah, my only slowdown is that, like, devils are expensive. I've got some good ones in here.
Jumpstart seemed like such a cool set, and it's a shame that it was just unobtainable for so many people. What is this?
Ooh, that's neat.
Just kind of rearranging some stuff.
Okay.
I need the land, and that giant thing hit me in the face for a lot last turn. So
No, that checks out.
you'll get a card draw, I'll get to search a basic land onto the battlefield. Which is much appreciated.
And because Tom gets a card draw, I get a devil.
That's true.
Which
I guess
is
everybody's
much
happy
appreciated.
a little bit. Yes, I would love to use that ability, please and thanks. Take one of these.
And that's the thing, like I have World Atlas, which I can make other people draw cards.
And then this is very explicitly because you have by far the most lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
And no blockers.
Let me see.
Well, that's just gravy, Jim.
I mean, I have no flying blockers, but you never know in a devil deck.
See, I don't have no max hand size, so like it only feels appropriate to make someone discard 2 cards.
Is that somehow in question? That's not on Enets.
No, I flipped an Esper Charm. I had to pick a mode.
Hmm.
It like goes to the revealed card zone, but until I actually do something with it, it doesn't show you.
Yeah,
Let's see
Zurzoth is a
here.
lot of fun to build because it's so outside my normal wheelhouse.
Unfortunately, that about ends it, and I think I might actually have to discard the hand size now.
Everything in this deck has to be disposable for it to work. And that was hard for me to do because I like to keep my stuff.
Ooh, that might be fair. Ooh, Pat Pat makes an interesting point. That if Jim has no hand, he just draws and then discarded whatever he drew for his commander.
I have run into that problem.
Which would be funny. I probably should have hit you with the discard thing, but I don't know. The extra card draw actually fed me some lands that I needed, so I guess it works. As long as I survive this coming turn from swinging with who knows how much power of creatures.
Well, even if I only had 1 card in hand, if it's something I want to keep, then
There's a lot of good creatures that I could go get, and I'm like, ooh, that looks nice. But then I'm also just like, yeah, but you have 4 usable mana this turn. You go get something to cast now, or you go get something to cast later.
well, I mean, casting stuff now keeps you alive.
Hmm. I think we're gonna go with this.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
And this deck has enough draw options. If I drew a card with 7 lands, I would take it. Like, no questions asked.
Oh yeah, that's revealed zone. You guys get to see what I took.
Yeah, I'm looking at it
Whoops.
and I'm kind of like, I should probably try and find an answer for that, but like, I'm not super sure that's gonna happen.
Tumor Sabertooth's good, but I don't think you have the infinite combo.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sure.
No, you were talking about It the Betrays, which is... I don't like Eldrazi.
It's probably fair.
Well, I really just hate the Annihilator mechanic.
You love it and you know it. Alright, yep, that's what we're doing. Cool. Thing's about to go burr. My things, they're going burr. I really
true.
don't mind just like swinging it. Like this deck is just like creatures. I like creatures. Let's have some combat steps, do some Timmy stuff. Let's play Magic the way Garfield intended.
Just have a great time with it. Creature
Just-
goes sideways.
Yeah, just turn creatures sideways.
Ouch, Jim's at 9. That doesn't feel very good for Jim.
You'll thank me later. That's a really good deck.
Yeah, I'm watching
it's not
it
great,
start to
and
unfold.
I have no lands.
Yeah, I'm watching it unfold, and I'm getting like a little itchy, but at the same time, like it feels like he's kind of run up against a little bit of a boundary at least. I'm gonna just count my blessings on that one. So I've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana to work with next turn. It's actually enough to start casting stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Let's draw a card.
This devil's deck be like, I'm not allowed to have nice things, and neither are you.
Yeah, my brother says that he'd be on streaming now too, but he's actually back at my parents' place, and they've got like 10 megabit internet. And he'd be running over Wi-Fi through like 2-foot thick old-ass stone walls. So I'm pretty sure stream quality would look like a little bit of Garbo.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. That's part of what makes me mad. Comcast. I have gigabit internet, so it's 1,000 megs down, but it's
So do I.
It's only 40 up, which feels really upsetting. Like I'm paying for gigabit internet, and I'm getting 0.4%, 4%, something like that, of what I'm paying like for on the up band.
It's land.
Yeah, I'm currently on a gigabit system too, and like, mind you, I'm over the Wi-Fi, so like it's gonna be meh, but also like, it's particularly very meh on the upload.
Yeah, and it's disappointing because I would love Aiden's bragging now. Actually, I guess 90 saying he's got 200 down and 25 up, which yeah, that sounds like what a lot of the ISPs do. I think FiOS actually gives you parity, so you get like 980 down, 980 up when you pay for a gigabit package.
Yeah.
Which is why the next time I move, I'm actually going to be paying much closer attention to the ISP coverage map because I don't want this anymore. Because like I upload all of the stuff that I stream as a VOD to YouTube, and having to wait for like 30 minutes for it to upload is really irritating.
And Evan, my other Planeswalker is considerably better. It's the Jaya that doubles all red damage.
Oh yeah. All right, so what do we got?
Or not double.
Well,
Plus one.
and
But
Aiden's saying that it's 200 megabits and it caps around 30 megabytes. That's actually pretty normal because a bit is an eighth of a byte, and they measure internet in megabits. So to be whatever an eighth of 200 is, will be what you cap at megabytes.
unless you're at like a science college, in which case they measure their internet speed in gigs to flex.
I would love that so much. Yeah, it's annoying because like to be clear, 40 megabits fine. Like I can do this stream and Leanne can video chat. We could do all that on the same thing. It feels like I'm paying a lot for fast internet. I'm getting half of a fast internet pipeline. You know?
Uh-huh.
Well, a lot of people aren't uploading a lot. They're more intaking, so they get away with it.
That's fair. Unfortunately, that about marks the size of what I can do. Jim's at 9 and not really intimidating me a whole lot. And I don't think Tom has reach, so I'm going to send another 3 his way and see if I flip anything cool.
No,
I
that
can't do
checks
much of
out.
anything right now. I'm just trying to stay alive.
Hey, cool. I flipped a land. That's what's up.
Oof.
It's cool. I didn't need to live.
Yo, I just realized Jim definitely wheeled my Hit the Betrays. I want a refund.
Did I? Haha, money.
Let's see. We're going to like this, I guess,
What's
because
up?
it's the only basic land type I don't have. And then enjoy your turn, Tom. It's going to be, I suspect, kind of a violent one.
Evan, you're
Yes.
welcome for getting rid of Tom's It the Betrays.
Yeah, it still shows up in the revealed zone, but I guess it's
Well,
also
it's
in the graveyard now.
The
Yeah,
revealed space. You can click clear if you want, or dismiss.
that's not a big deal. I was just like, I had the revealed zone. It stayed open after I popped it out, so I'm sitting there looking at it like, how am I going to deal with that? And then,
Jim shenanigans.
yeah, Tom's like, hey, it's gone. And I was like, no, it's not. But yeah, that's the big thing is like, I used to just run off of Wi-Fi all the time because I didn't feel like dealing with cables, but having the Ethernet-based connection on my desktop here has been super nice.
And Tom's going all out at me because of course he is.
You made me wheel my Hit the Betrays. This is how it feels to be betrayed.
It doesn't have trample.
I don't think
It doesn't
anything I
have
have has
trample.
The Ascend
doesn't
mechanic's
have
pretty cool. I
trample.
didn't realize that if it was on a permanent, it just applied as soon as you met the condition. I always kind of interpreted it as an enter the battlefield effect. So that's
Nope.
actually really cool.
It's state based.
The other thing is once you have it, you don't lose it. Like
Yeah.
when you ascend, you get the city's
What?
blessing. So
How did I die? What is doubling your damage?
nothing.
I should have blocked enough damage.
Well, number wang.
So now the big question turns into, can I manage to live any of this? Or am I just completely, like...
Well, so Evan, what I was gonna do is I was gonna borrow Yennet for a turn, swing it at you, and get a free permanent.
That's fair. I mean, I'm glad you didn't, because I won it, but still.
No, it would have only been for a turn, and then you would have gotten it back at the MIN step.
So I'm doing a little counting here, because I have a card in my hand that I could cast, but then I've got another card I might want to hold open, so I gotta figure out what... Because all this shit's super expensive.
I mean, if it's not haste, then just do it in.
So at least
Main too.
4 open now. Not a whole lot, is it?
Well, I'm dead, so I'm gonna look at Evan's hand.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I don't know. I would go for main too.
That's kind of like I'm looking at it and like I don't think I can cast anything in my hand without actually like losing the ability to cast something else later that I might want to cast. So I gotta like hold the mana open and play defensively. But at the same time, not casting something at this critical juncture sort of feels like
Well, you have a really strong combat-based commander, so I feel like main 2 is where this deck shines.
That's fair. And like being able to flip stuff for free lets me keep my mana open and augment whatever I cast for free later. Of course, when I flip crap that's not particularly helpful off the top of my library,
But
that's
you can plan based on what you actually get.
yeah. And like sometimes
waiting
I'll
for
get
main
some
phase.
nice stuff, but like I'm looking at it, it's just kind of like, wow, I would have loved like an Eldrazi or something, and instead I get not that. So
And if you have like a hasty boy, then yeah, hit that before combat. But
I'm just gonna throw these out because I don't want to have to deal with those stupid bounce lands right now.
I don't know. I had a really good hand. I'm kind of upset Tom killed me because I got no lands that game. Kind of a bummer. That's what happened the last time I died with this deck.
It's 6 mana for me. Maybe I can do like a spell next time. That'd be neat,
It would be neat.
wouldn't it?
Maybe you could do 2 spells.
2 spells would be bitchin', man. Let me tell you.
Yeah, you know, like the first card or the second card in your hand, and then maybe some other stuff.
See, I feel like countering the 1 spell really didn't net me any major advantage, though. Like, it gave me mana if I could make it to my next turn, but that's a 7/5 hasty boy.
But if you're interested, Evan, I can actually send you the deck list for my Devil deck. It was a lot of fun to put together.
That'd be neat.
I'll hold back the hasty boy.
Export as plain text.
This is gonna hurt. I don't know what it is yet, but I know it's gonna hurt. I fucking knew it.
It's Tom's signature move.
On the flip side, you've got, what, 3 damage coming at you per turn, and how many lands now? So, you're gonna be back pretty fast.
Alright. Yeah, discard down to 7. That can go.
Draw something good.
Alright, I sent you that deck list for whatever your viewing pleasure.
Awesome. Facebook?
Yep.
Cool.
I sent it there so it won't be interfering with any of your Discord stuff.
That's fair. Discord, it's actually like a web plugin for the thing. It's actually really neat. So Discord can do whatever it wants in the background and it won't mess up with the stream. So what do I have? I have 6 bonus mana plus whatever I have on board. So
It's about to hurt.
well, yes, but actually no, on account of the fact that I'm just going to do this because it'll give me future use on my mana.
I would start with that because
And then I'm actually just going to waste the 1 colorless. And then I'm just going to flip something and hope for the best. I've not drawn a single card that lets me control the top of my library. Cool. Land.
Oof.
Yeah, it's not really what I was hoping to see, but...
that's all you're getting, and it's what I wasn't. That's fun.
yeah, it's something. I guess we're just going to wing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11?
I don't like this.
It's like one of those like time to start hardcasting the stuff that I really don't want to hardcast.
Because he's got mana and nothing to do with it.
I can't like yeah. What am I spent my Cyclonic Rift last turn. What am I going to do now? I like it. Like
I mean, you're really lucky that I got rid of Tom's If It Betrays because
that would have been a problem for me. Yeah.
immediately, yeah. And even if you can deal with it, it's still a real pain.
Well, yeah, and do I have one in this deck? I might. I don't. Do I? I don't remember. I can check later. It's such a good card, though.
It is. I tend to avoid cards that, if I really hate being on the receiving end of a card, I just won't play that card.
Mm-hmm.
And almost every Eldrazi falls under that.
Kind of gives you bodies, though, which is important. Hey.
Yeah, the Path Razor's nothing to scoff at, though.
Yeah.
Wishing you shall receive.
So I'm gonna do those.
Soothsaying will allow you to pretty much flip through your library, the amount of mana you have.
That's the goal, is now I'm just gonna pick out what I want to cast and it's happening. Because the entire deck, with the exception of a few early, like, 2-drop rocks, is all odd, so I'm gonna rip, like, 12 cards into my library and just pick the most interesting thing and play it.
And Annihilator 3 really will start to hamper Tom.
Pay X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be enough to find something cool. And if it's not,
See,
then I have a problem.
I don't trust the X cost stuff, so I always tap the mana first and then.
Alright, so what do we got in here? Anything good?
I'm seeing a few things that would be fine.
Is that sort of good? I don't really have... So that only lets me do... I'm actually thinking we're going to go for this. No, am I?
It's pretty good.
Whatever it is that I put now, it's going to end up getting cast immediately, right?
Yeah. Middle bottom might be helpful in the upcoming turn.
That's sort of what I'm thinking. So I'm just going to kind of put everything else back in whatever order I feel like.
Just trying not to spoil the fun for
'Cause
Tom.
what
Understand
happens
what it
is that... Hey, you're good, because it enters the battlefield now.
Yeah, but it's still a little bit of fun.
And then that ends up being some damage,
Yeah.
which starts to close the gap, which is nice.
Interestingly enough, I can tap for white mana.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it still slows you down.
It forces you to pay that white mana, which is a nice cost for me to kind of afflict on you.
Because the other stuff he had options for wouldn't really help him get to his next turn. That sort of does.
Oh, that's cute.
I wonder what he's targeting.
Fair enough.
I would have actually chosen Soothsaying.
I was afraid he was going to hit that, but...
In this deck, Soothsaying's much more dangerous.
Yeah, so to answer Pat's question in the chat, what happens is the first card I click goes on top of the library first, so the last card I click from that menu is the one that ends up on the top. So it's kind of the order in which I'm setting them back onto the library. So I just kind of rapid fire smack crap in, and as long as the card that I want to cast is the last one I click, that's the one that ends up on top, and Yennet will flip it. This deck gets so big so fast. That's going to be a lot of damage coming my way.
The Devil deck actually gets big faster if it has the mana.
Oh, I don't doubt it. My issue is I've got a 9/9 that's not blocking anything, and then I've got like a 3/5 that really needs to live for the deck to do anything.
Well, I can get 6 to 9 devils each loop around the table, depending on what cards I have out.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the tribal synergies, that's an extra like 12 damage or more each loop around the table. And the more I have, the more they'll grow. Real nice.
You know, that's fair.
But I think I'm more or less just gonna have to eat most of the other damage that's coming there. So I will block there, I suppose, and then just fingers crossed that that's not 20, but I think it might be. Yeah.
GG.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, I don't know. Tom won, so I'm gonna vote for them. Yay.
Aw, thanks.
But with that said, it is midnight 30 or so. I should probably start wrapping it up because I got work in the morning, and specifically Thursday we start early, so I want to make sure I'm kind of doing a reasonable bedtime at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, it has been a pleasure, my dudes. Thank you for having me on. It was a lot of fun. So.
No,
Cool.
thank you.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream, and then we will chat tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll catch up with you, gents.
Copy that.
Take care.
I'll see you.